Namaste students, welcome to statistics class and we are discussing about geometric mean. In the last session we discussed what do you mean by geometric mean, and we have seen different formulas of geometric mean, and we also solved two problems. That was, one was ungrouped data where frequencies were not given, and one more problem we solved there, that is grouped data, but it was grouped in a discrete form. Today we will see how to solve the problem when we get grouped data of continuous form. So here you have one problem. Calculate the geometric mean for the following data. If you observe the frequency distribution, this is a grouped data because we have frequency here and also we have class intervals. So when we receive class intervals, then we can say it is a continuous data. If class intervals are not there, then it is a discrete data. Now, we'll solve the problem. Write the solution there. Calculation of geometric mean for grouped continuous data. Now take the problems, class intervals and frequencies. Class intervals, here we have 0 to 10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Then take the frequencies there, that is 8, frequencies are 8, 12, 20, 6 and 4. Firstly, total the frequencies. When you see here 20, here 30, 40 and you will get as here n as 50. So total number of frequencies n we get as 50. Now we'll write the geometric mean formula here. Geometric mean is equal to antilog of, as I said, for discrete and continuous you have same formula. Here for group, that is sigma f log x divided by capital N. Now if you see the data here, it's in a continuous form, so we need to get now x values. So we require here x, then we need to find out the log of those x values, then we need to multiply it with the frequencies. Now firstly we write the x values. How to write the x values? X values are nothing but the middle values. X values are nothing but middle values. Here 0 to 10 mid value is 5, 10 to 20 mid value is 15. If it is difficult, 10 plus 20 divided by 2, you get the mid value. Here 20 to 30 mid value is 25, 30 to 40, 35, 40 to 50, 45. So we got the x values. Now next table we need to prepare the log of x. We need to find out the log of x. Next write there log of x. Now as I said, in case of log we have two parts, that is characteristics and mantissa. Characteristics, it is a part before decimal, and mantissa which comes after the decimal. Now firstly we write the characteristics for this x values. Here only one digit is there, so 1 minus 1 we get here 0. Characteristic is 0. 2 digit minus 1, so here 1. Here also 2 digit, we get characteristics as 1. 35, here also 2 digit, so it is 1. 45, here also 1. Now take your log table and see the log value. Now 5, if you check here, we don't have the single digit value in case of log table. So if you get single digit, for example 1, 5 to 1 to 9, whatever single digit you will get, if you get, you need to consider it as 5 means you need of 50. 4 means you need to see the table of 50. You need to consider it as 50. 4 means 40, 3 means 30, 1 means 10, 2 means 20. So you need to add one 0 when you look into the table. So 5, we don't have 5 here. So we need to see the table 50. So see there now 50, 0, that is 6990. You will get here 6990. Your log value has 6990. This is only in the case of where you get single digit 1 to 9. If you get values, you need to add 0 there. Next one 15 0. 15 0, you will get 1761. 1761. Next 25 0. 25 0, you have 3979. Next 35 0, we have number there 5441. 441. Next we have 45. 45 we have 6532. Here we have 6532. You need to draw table there while writing the values. Next we have table there. We got x values and we have taken log of x. Now multiply with the frequencies, that is f into log x, or we call it as f log x. Now f value 8 into 0.6990. When you multiply, you get there 5.592. Next 12 into 1.1761. There you get 14.1132. Next one 20 into 1.3979. There you get 27.958. There you get 29.958. Next one 6 into 1.5441. There you get 9.2646. 9.2646. And the last one 4 into 1.6532. There you get 6.6128. Now total this column. When you total it, what you will get? Sigma f log x. Here you will get sigma f log x. When you total it, what value you will get? You will get as 63.5406. 63.5406. Now we got here f log x. Now substitute into the formula there. Here anti-log of sigma f log x, that is 63.5406 divided by n is 15. Now anti-log of 63.5406 divided by 50, you get there 1.2708. We get there 1.2708. Now anti-log of this one. How to find out anti-log? When you find out anti-log, we need to see the values after the decimal point. Here 0.27. Open your anti-log table. Open your anti-log table. 0.27. 0.27. There 0 column. 0.27 0 column is 1862. You will get 1862. 0.27 0 column. So one more digit is there. Look into the mean differentiation 8th column. 27 mean differentiation 8th column. We get mean differentiation 8th column we get as 3. So add now. So 1865. We get that 1865 as antilog of 1.2708 now. 1865. Now see the value before the decimal it is 1. Add 1, 2. So after 2 put the decimal point. After 2 digit put the decimal point. This is about geometric mean grouped continuous data. So here firstly you write the formula, then you will get to know you need to require x series there. X series are nothing but the mid values. X series are nothing but mid values of the given values. Then log of x. Log, firstly write the mantissa, then firstly write the characteristics, then mantissa. After writing log of x, then multiply that log with the frequencies. Then total the value divided by n. As I said here, calculation procedure is easy, but you should know how to check the antilog and how to take the log values. Log values and antilog. Now, we have seen now ungrouped data and grouped discrete and continuous, and there are some other kinds of problems in case of geometric mean. We'll see that. Now we'll see the next problem. So before that, now we have 5 kinds of averages, that is arithmetic mean, median, mode, geometric mean and harmonic mean. Now we have some specification to when to use arithmetic mean to take averages, when to use median to take averages, when to use mode to take averages. So same way in case of geometric mean is most of the time it is used where we need to calculate the growth rate or the ratios or rates, the growth rate of the economy. There particularly we use geometric mean. And arithmetic mean is used when we take the averages of large group of people. And median is used for the qualitative kind of data. When we take the averages of qualitative data, we take median. And mode is mainly for the purpose of business undertakings, where we take the average. For example, ready-made garments, the average you calculate, that is related to business. There we use mode. So in the same way, geometric mean is used where we calculate growth rates or ratios or percentages, we use geometric mean. So if you observe this particular formula, an economy grows at the rate of 2% in the first year, 2.5% in the second year, 3% in the third year and 4% in the fourth year. What is the average rate of growth of the economy? See, now you can easily take it under the geometric mean, because you know that we are doing the geometric mean average, that is geometric mean, we are on the topic of geometric mean. But if you get this particular problem in the exam, you may get confused because they did not mention which average. So you should know there which average should be used in different kinds of problems. So always remember, other things you will get, that is arithmetic mean. Even though if I say it is for a group of information, you will get the mean or the arithmetic mean, or calculate median for the following, they will directly mention. Only in the case of geometric mean and harmonic mean, some averages are there, they will not mention. So you need to understand, if it is a growth rate means, there you need to use geometric mean. If it's a growth rate means, there you need to use the geometric mean. That you need to remember. So here, how to take this particular problem? Here they are speaking about the growth rate of the economy, and they have given the values in case of percentage. Now the percentage will take the solution as calculation of geometric mean. Now percentage of economy, percentage economic growth rate, percentage of economy growth rate, that is we have the growth are 2%, so 2, 2.5, then 3 and last one it is 4. It is is about percentage economy growth rate. Now, when we speak about percentage or when we have percentage, now percentage means we know that it's out of 100. Now, growth rate means what they have given. It's an increase of particular. We know that now it is 100. Percentage means we take it as 100. Now 2% it has dropped compared to the previous one. 2% means 100 plus 2, 1 or 2. 2.5, 100 plus 2.5. 3, 100 plus 3. 4, 100 plus 4. So you need to take it as, now we need to write the economy at the end of the year. Economy at the end of the year. Economy at the end of the year. Firstly, we need to write this. We take it as X. This we take it as X. Now, we have seen the growth rate. Firstly, percentage growth rate. Then, here we have written economy at the end that we have taken in the form of X. Now, 100 plus 2, 1 not 2. 100 plus 2.5, 1 not 2.5. 100 plus 3, 1 not 3. Then 1 not 4. Now, this we have considered it as X value. This we have considered it as X value. Or else you can take it in the form of ungrouped. This is ungrouped data only. Directly you can take X values, then log X you can find out. Or else in a elaborated version you can take it. Firstly you can write the percentage which they have given in the problem. Then add 100. Add 100 to that given percentage. Now here this we consider it as X. Now find out the log of X. Find out the log of X. Before that, write the formula. We don't have frequencies here. We don't have frequency. So it is ungrouped data formula you need to take. So here geometric mean is equal to antilog of sigma log X by small n. N we know that we have 4 values. Now find out the log. Write the characteristics. 3 digits are there. Minus 1, 2 point. Here also, as I said, when we write the characteristics, we need to see the values before decimal. 3 digits, 2 point. Here also 2 point and here also 2 point. Now, take the log values. Open your log table there. When you check the log there, first one 10, in that 2, 10th row, second column you have to see. So then you have 0086. Here 0086 as your log. Next 10 second column plus 5th column mean differentiation. Now 10 second column you have value 0086 plus add mean differentiation 5th column, that is 21. So here it is. What you will get the value as here 0.0107. Here log is 0.0107. Then see this 21 is 5th column mean differentiation. Add 5th column mean differentiation. This value is 10 second column. Now 10 third column, that is 0128. 0128. Now 10 fourth column you have 0170. So here 0170. Now here total the value here. This total is nothing but sigma log X. Now total, when you total it you get 8.0491. 8.0491. Now substitute into the formula there. Antilog of sigma log X 8.0491 divided by 4 2.0123. You get 2.0123. Now antilog you have to find out. How to see the antilog? 0.01 second column. See the value there, 0.01 second column. Open your antilog table. 0.1 second column you have value 1028. Now this is the value of 0.01 second column. Then check 3 in mean differentiation column. 0.1 mean differentiation column. Third column you have value as 1. So 1029. 1029. And see here, before decimal the value is 2. Add 1. So after 3 digit the decimal point, that is 102.9. Now what is the growth rate? See the question here. Average rate of growth of the economy. They have given here 3% to 0.5%. Now here we added 100 to it. Now in order to write the conclusion part, now from this deduct 100, you get a 2.9. So average growth rate right there. Therefore average growth rate of the economy is 2.9%. You have once again you have to present in the form of percentage. So 2.9%. So here they have given the percentages. Add 100. Then this is, we consider it as x values. Then take the log of x. Then substitute to the formula. So we get growth rate as 2.9%. Now we will see nextly the similar kind of one more problem. Now we will see the last problem, similar kind of problem. The population of a city increased at the rate of 10%, 20% in 2 successive years. In 2 successive years it has increased. In the next year it decreased at the rate of 5%. Altogether they have given 3 years, and first 2 years the population has been increased, but in the next year it has come down 5%. Find the average rate of growth. Similar to what problem we have done just now. So firstly, write there rise in population. Percentage rise in population. One population has come down, but we will take it as rising population only. Next one, the population at the end of the year. Population at the end of the year, that is nothing but x. You can write only x there. Next is we need to prepare the log of x. Now take the rising population, that is first one it is 10, then we have 20, then there is decrease of 5%. It is nothing but decreased, not rise, decreased. Add 10 to 100, so 110, 120. Here it is decreased, so deduct 5 from 100, so 95. Then you get 95 since it has come down. We measure the base, we take it as 100, and whatever increased we add, whatever decreased we deduct from that. Now this we consider as x, then find out log of x. N values are 3. Now take the log of x. Here 11, 0. Before that write the characteristics. 3 digits are there. So 3 minus 1 we get there 1. 3 digits. 2 point. Here also 2 point. Here 2 digits. So here it is 1 point. 11, 0 column. 11, 0 column. 0, 4, 1, 4. 0, 4, 1, 4, and 12 0 column. There we have 0, 7, 9, 2, 0, 7, 9, 2. 95 0 column, 95 0 column. We get here 9 triple 7, 9, 7, 7 and 7. Now find the total here, that is sigma log x. Sigma log x we get here 6 point, here we get total as 6.0983. Total we get as 6.0983. Now apply the formula and substitute. Geometric mean is equal to antilog of sigma log x divided by n. So here antilog of sigma log 6.0983. So 6.0983 divided by how many number of observation? So we have 3 number of observation here. So here when we divide it, we get a 2.0328. Now antilog of 2.0328. We need to find out the antilog of 2.0328. How to find out the antilog? 0.3. Take the antilog table. There 0.3 second column. 0.3 second column. We have 1076. 1076. For that, add 8th column mean differentiation. 8th column it is 2. So 1078. 1078. If you see there before decimal value is 2, add 1. So after 3 the decimal. So what is the growth rate? What is the growth rate? Average growth rate is 7.8%. You can write there average growth rate is 7.8%. What was the question? Find the average rate of growth. So therefore the average rate of growth is 7.8%. 7.8%. So this is about average growth rate. So here we have seen, with this we can wind up with the topic of geometric mean, and in the previous session and today we have seen variety of problems related to geometric mean. Ungrouped, grouped, discrete and continuous, same formula, and this is one different kind of problem. So possible questions are either this question or else continuous data for finding out geometric mean. Nextly, one average is remaining under measures of central tendency, that is harmonic mean, that we'll see in the next session. Thank you.